So I made a post on my, oh, is it gonna look all crappy and shit? Yeah, so I just made a post on Instagram, ask me anything. This way you guys could flood that and I can answer here. So I'm gonna answer that throughout the video. I'm not gonna start right now. Actually, we'll start with one. What's the difference between front squats and back squats? That's a good question. One is in the front of your body and one is in the back, and that's the basic way to explain that. Back squats are gonna be able to load a lot more weight, especially if you do low bar. Front squats are a lot more difficult when it comes to adding, loading weight, and they're gonna target your quads because the weight is in the front of your body versus the back. You're gonna be a lot more hunched over, especially if it's low bar. And just, damn, it's what the fuck. And low bar, you're gonna hit more hamstrings and glutes. Depending on your stance, you can still hit a lot of quads, but front squats are pretty much, when people do them, they're trying to target their quads primarily. So that's pretty much the difference. Both squats, but one's in the front of the weight's in the front of your body, and back squats, the weight's in the back of your body. It's as basic as it gets. Don't judge me for this. I'm gonna do a nice scoop of Youngblood today. This is what I take every day. It's my signature pre. It even says my freaking name on it. It even has my name on it. Ooh. Any APOLLON nutrition, especially Youngblood. Link's always down there. Luke 15 discount code. The only real reason I had a Monster in is mainly because it just enhances the flavor. The flavor's already good, right? It's like a 9 out of 10, but the Monster just makes it a 10 out of 10. It's delicioso. Rocking the Dallas hoodie. It was a Christmas gift, but it's the best Christmas gift because we're playing the Niners today, and we got to rep all day for good luck because it's gonna be a tough fight for sure. It's gonna be, but yeah. So Youngblood plus a little Monster doesn't count just for flavor, and yeah, we're gonna be answering some questions today. So let's get it going, boys. Oh yeah, and this is not sponsored, but I do like to put in some of this Amplify 2.0. Mr. Cutler himself, he's actually sent me this personally. He it's pretty cool. Me and him are like basically boys. He hit me up on TikTok. He said he was liking the content and he wanted to send me over some of his subs. Obviously, I'm with APOLLON Nutrition, but you know what? His stim-free pump mixed with the Youngblood and the Monster. I know it sounds like crazy. It's like Luke's cracked out, which I am, but it's the combo's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Just the flavor, and obviously, we got the pump ingredients in here, so it's not it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. So, bon appetit. That's the final pre-concoction. I'm actually using a shaker too. Not sponsored. I'm not with them. Just showing love. Ooh! When the pre just hits right? And it just tastes right, and you just know it's gonna be a good day. Alright, since I'm waiting here, anyway, let me answer another question. Tips for growing lats. So for me, I was never gifted with great lat or back genetics when it comes to just like muscle insertions and I guess like for bodybuilding purposes. It never was the most aesthetic, lean part of my body. And I've always struggled with it. So for lats, a lot that's helped me, I feel like, would be lat pulls. Funny enough, literally. But I do a lot of lat pull downs to start my workouts. I've always had a very strong, explosive back when it comes to like barbell rows, dumbbell rows, single arm rows, stuff like that. And it was strong, and it was never like, incredibly lacking, but my lats, my width always was. And I feel like just slowing down the reps, really feeling mind-muscle connection in it has been huge for me, especially with lat pulls. With a big lat pull down bar, put it on the cables, and just really pull back with those elbows, squeeze, and get that extra squeeze at the end too. It's just has been working for me, I feel like. Also with a rope, you could use a rope too. For verse grip rows, for that thickness and that girthiness, has also been a huge helper. But yeah, I would say slow down the reps. When it comes to back, for me, I needed to really like take more of a bodybuilding approach to it rather than just trying to lift really heavy and hoping that it's gonna grow, which works. But for me, I just need to slow it down, lower the weight, and really feel it. Really go for that pump, really force the blood in. And yeah, so those are my tips.
Are you on anything other than creatine?
No. Because there's a natural question in there too. I might as well just cover that one really quick too. I'm not on anything. No performance enhancing drugs over here, guys. I'm 180 something pounds, low 180s, 5'8". Been training since I was like 16, and that's where I started getting consistent. So just all natural, my boys. So that's what it is, and people are just gonna believe it or not. Nothing you could really do to prove otherwise.
Okay, I'm gonna combine two of these. It's let's see if it gets it. What keeps you going in life? And then the other one is what motivates you to work out?
Progress keeps you going in life. Just doing the stuff that you want to get better at. You got to have something to strive for. So like, you know, a basic way to answer that question is just the gym. The continuous, you know, wanting to be somewhere you're not yet. You need to continue to be. You need to continue to live. So, yeah, that's what keeps me going. It's just goals you want to hit. Whether that just be, you know, finance. You want to make more money. You want to make more gains in the gym. You want to better relationships with your with the people in your life. Maybe there's things that you haven't done or that you want to do. You know, maybe you've always wanted to, you know, hike that mountain and you just never got around to it, or you just never saw an opportunity. Well, those are the types of things that can keep you going in life. Stuff that you haven't done yet.
What about social media wise? Well, what keeps you motivated to keep posting on like
just
socials?
Oh my God, over there. Just seeing the people's reactions, you know, motivating people inspires me. The more DMs I see, the more feedback, comments I get on TikTok, that's the stuff that keeps me going. I want to continue to grow that. I want to continue to, you know, make progress in that world the same way I want to make progress in the gym. And that keeps me going. What's
your actual weight? And then we could just do your height and then
just did that.
Your arms.
I did that. My arms are roughly like 17 inches, maybe a little bit beyond that with a pump, because my arm pumps are insane. And without a pump, you know, on a day maybe that I didn't work out the day before and I'm just really flattened out, could be, you know, maybe 16 and a half. I'm not really sure. I don't, you know, stay consistent with my measurements of my muscles.
How did you feel when you got injured? Hello from Brazil.
How did I feel? I was just pissed. You know, I was really annoyed. I had to somehow turn that into like motivating to like, I kind of saw it as like a restart button. Like, let me just change my approach to lifting. Let me play it more safe. Let me fix my form. Let me not just like dwell on it and mourn. Like, you know, like there's nothing you could do after that. There's no turning back. I can't just undo my pec tear. So I had to just see it as like, okay, let's start over this journey. Let's start over it with a better perspective. Fix things that maybe fix certain things I did or thought, I guess, hindering to me mentally or physically that I was doing pre-pec tear, and that was pretty much it to like help with my motivation to continue to go. Yeah, you're either gonna be in or out, and I chose to stay in.
I know you answered the lat question, but what is your favorite exercise for back?
Favorite exercise for back? I want to say like a single arm dumbbell row. It'd probably be my favorite.
Okay, and then I feel like this is a big one people have for you. Do you see yourself competing in the future?
No, I don't see myself. It's not in my vision at all right now. That's the truth. Nothing. I never say never, but I don't have, if there was like, do I see myself? No.
What, and this is probably so bumpy because we're driving, but what is your goal for 2023? Even think of like one that you could like share that's really good.
Goal for 2023 is to be able to quit my job. My day job. That's it. And be able to do this fitness full time. That's the basic answer to that.
Who were / are your biggest inspirations to start bodybuilding?
My dad, for sure, because he's the one that introduced me to the gym to begin with. I would say watching shows at a young age like Dragon Ball Z, which I still watch till this day, was a huge inspiration. I saw them consistently, you know, evolve and get stronger and make progress almost in real time, you know, like how I watched it growing up, and that was always just super motivating and amped me up. Arnold, I always looked up to Arnold because my dad was an Arnold fan. He always had posters of Arnold, so definitely him too, I would say. But yeah, those are the first three that come to mind. All right, we're good? All right, we just pulled up to APOLLON, so I'm not gonna dirty up the Dallas sweater. because I gotta wear it all night. But I want to show off the fit real quick. The pump cover is the Rest Day GYMSHARK shirt. Slick, just the GYMSHARK name right there in the left tit. Then we got the Arrival stringer underneath for after the pump, right? So we're gonna keep that brewing for a while. And these are the Apex Performance GYMSHARK joggers. I don't know how loud it is in here without a mic, but these are sick. I have these in cherry brown, so it inspired me to get them again in this like onyx gray, I believe it is. I think it's onyx gray. All right, now we're gonna get some chest in. Let's go.
I feel lonely by your side, in the middle of the night. I feel lonely by your side.
Who got?
How do I get better form at doing clean front squats? I can't engage my elbows.
Look, front squats, it's a tough one. It's all about comfortability. I mean, first time you put a bar on your back, it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel right. It's weird. It's the same issue with hip thrusts. Placement on the hips. Where do I do it? It feels uncomfortable. Well, if you're not used to it and you don't do it often, it's gonna be uncomfortable because you got all that weight and pressure right on your hips. That's why people use some of those that pad over the bars. But with front squats, you get use some fingers to loosen up some resistance. Some people use the fingers. That's what I do. It's still uncomfortable for the wrist. Some people cross their arms and let the bar sit. But for me, I'm afraid the bar's gonna fall, especially during the heavy sets. I'm not, super comfortable with that technique. But there's a lot of different techniques and trial and error and figuring out exactly where the bar feels the most comfortable for you. But it's a lot of just like doing it, and that pain becomes less and less, and you realize that it's just a part of front squatting essentially. So, yep.
In the middle of the night, I'm standing in the dark. I'm listening to you, and all I feel is love. Aggressive vibes consuming me. I'm falling just for you. It's all I get. 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 So consume me.
Do a 700-pound squat. Can't. The top right now is 565 for squat.
Someone asked if you own the gym.
I do not own the gym. I know the owner, as well as the CEO, but I do not own the gym. I just play the employee role and strictly comedy, humor, and clearance to be behind the table. But do not work here. I'm not employed in that way.
Another person asked how you come up with your video ideas.
Think about it throughout the day sometimes. I mess around with characters in my head. Sometimes if I'm like alone, I'll like make voices and see if I can like nail that character, think of like different funny things to say, but a lot of it's just off the top of the head, and when I film, it's all improvised. I just think it comes out the most funny. You can tell it's not scripted because there's not a lot of thinking. It's really just like diarrhea of the mouth. Whatever comes out, and it's just like, if it's cringe or I think it's not funny, we'll just do it again, and it could be a completely different line. Same concept, different line. Yeah.
It's easy.
After 2 sets of 145s, just because I felt like it wasn't fatiguing hard, so I wanted to shock the muscles a little bit, which I never do, because you would never go up after fatiguing yourself after 2 heavy sets, and reps for that matter. Oh, that's a good question, What factor
do genetics play in building muscle? And I would say like it's a huge factor. It's not make or break. Like you don't have to have great genetics to build a good physique, and hard work, discipline, eating right, training hard enough, anything is possible. But genetics do play a huge role. I had good genetics growing up, so I always had, you know, muscle as a kid, you know, lean muscle, good muscle insertions, proportions, and that's what genetics, how like your muscle pops and how quickly, and your body fat and how your metabolism works. That's all genetic, but you don't count yourself out and make excuses when it comes to lifting because you have shit genetics. Just because you might be, you know, heavier or very, very skinny, you don't know what you're gonna look like when you really put in the work and put in the, you know, put in the time. You can actually have an insane physique and just never know it because you decided you didn't want to diet, or you decided you didn't want to eat enough to grow. So, no excuses. Let's see, we got a question. You were in the military. Quick answer, no. How deep should you squat? At least to a 90-degree angle for it to count, you know? But, you know, if that's uncomfortable for you, you know, squat how you can squat, man. There we go. Squat how you can squat. Do what's comfortable, but 90 degrees is about where it counts in competition. If you have good mobility, good hip mobility, and you're able to get deep, go deep, you'll engage, activate more muscles. But you just gotta be careful, you don't wanna hurt your back. So you bench max, my all-time flat barbell bench was 375. 3 years back before, tore my pec. If you've never seen that video, there's the video of it. I tore my pec. But 375, probably cheated form a little bit, probably lifted my ass to be honest. But that's what it was for a gym PR. Shoulders or chest? Chest. So that was my second set of 4 plates with the, I love this machine. This is my go-to after flat because sometimes incline dumbbells is just too much after doing a crazy amount of flat, so I like going to hamstring. Are you from Jersey? Yes. I'm 16, squatting 315. Am I at a good weight? Yes. 315 squat at 16 years old is like, you know, you're in that 1 percentile. You know, no one's doing that at your age. Like, that's actually really insane, bro. So if that's true, bro, keep going. Regardless of like form and stuff, like that's crazy. Like, make sure you prioritize that so you don't get hurt. But like, that's an insane amount of weight at a young age. Fave gym fit? I have multiple. It depends on the mood. Do you own your own gym? No. Pizza or burgers? I want to say pizza. Like,
really? I was gonna say burgers for you.
I would go pizza over burgers like almost every time. I love burgers, but not as much as pizza, I would say. Pizza's such an easy go-to. Were you always jacked? I mean, you know, no, to answer that question realistically. Yes, if you ask anybody that knows me, because I always like semi-lifted, but thank you. Thank you, that's kind of a compliment to ask me that question. You inspire me so much, man. Appreciate you, bro. That means a lot. You know, that's what it is. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. If it didn't do anything for you guys, and I wasn't helping even just one of you guys out, then, you know, there'd be a lot less purpose behind these videos. When did you start lifting? I could say, like what I just answered, 7, 8, 10 years ago. That's when I started becoming more consistent with the gym. I started lifting realistically when I was like, you know, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like, you know, very minor. Probably did like 3 sets on bench with the bar, 45 pounds. My dad would mark it on the chalkboard. That's how far back we go though. But obviously there's no consistency through there. There was periods of, you know, years at a time where I didn't lift. It wasn't until like I was like 16 roughly is when I started taking it more serious and started doing it frequently. So
yep. You're at like 9 years if you do the math from 16 to 25, almost 10.
Yeah, almost 10 years, I would say. That's why I always tell people I started at like 16. That's a good around.
What could this be? That's embarrassing. That was a good boomerang. So we multitasking out here. Feels like a lot of powder for what it is. I can't say what it is yet, but a lot of good, great, amazing stuff happening with Apollo Nutrition in the future with myself and them. That's pretty much all I could say, man. It's pretty awesome stuff. Apollo Nutrition, Luke 15 for all Apollo Nutrition supplements, t-shirts, any of their apparel for 10% off. Use code Luke 15. All right. I think I said that already. Oh, let's go. Oh, it's so good. Here's the flavor. That's the flavor for you. That's all I can say. That tasted freaking amazing. Also, new in store, we have Mind Games, which is a brand new supplement that literally just dropped like in real time, like 2 days ago or a day ago. I don't even know if it's out yet, but I have an early access to it. I tested it out yesterday and felt really sharp, felt good. It doesn't have any stimulants in it, and it's not supposed to, you know, intentionally enhance your mood or anything like that. But for me, like, by the time I'm done with my workouts and I'm filming skits, it's like, especially during the week, I have 8-hour workday, then I come home, then I just pretty much drink my pre-workout and go right to the gym essentially. I'm gonna edit a little bit of YouTube before I go, but you know, I'm drained by the time I have a hard workout, 8-hour workday, filming at like 8 o'clock at night and have to be awake at 5:50. So it's like, this, for me, I wanted to experiment with it because I wanted to see if it would help my like thought process, my cognitive ability, just like my mental sharpness. For when I'm like filming skits and like playing a role and whatever. Also, it's got increases, or it says supports vascular health and healthy circulation. So this is good for like essentially a pump and blood flow. But when I took it yesterday, I did experience like a really good long-lasting pump, especially for a back day. Which is rare for me because usually I lose my pumps really quick on back day. So this actually helped with that. It's not advertised for a pump product, but like, you know, with its vascular support, which is it's essentially the same thing as, you know, a pump. So far so good. I'm gonna take it again today and see how we feel. See how we feel on it. Just a reminder, all GYMSHARK, if you ever want to shop, this is my favorite joggers. Damn. These are the rest day knit joggers. I've talked about them before. They're by far like my favorite joggers to ever exist, to be honest with you. Just like comfortability, the way they fit, the look, the appearance, just everything about it's just amazing. So if you ever want to shop and support me through GYMSHARK, the link's always in the description. You have to use my link. You can find it on my IG as well, and you can also find it on my link tree in my TikTok. So if you stumble across that, you have to shop through my link specifically for it to like support me. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything towards me. I don't have a discount code. So that's pretty much it for that. I'm gonna find one more question for you guys to wrap up the video, and that's gonna be it. All right, also I just wanna say thank you guys so much for all the support. I don't know if it's showing up more on the YouTube side of things yet, but right now on Instagram has been crazy with the growth, the support, the engagement. Same thing with TikTok. It's been booming lately, and just like all the love on just the questions on my IG post, I'm on a story post, you know. So I'm gonna rapid fire some questions to end the video because you guys gave me a lot, so I don't want to like leave a lot out. First and foremost, let me just start off with this question: what headphones do you use? I get this all the time on my TikTok comments, my Instagram comments. They're Quiet Comfort 35s and they're Bose. Still waiting on that sponsor, guys. Love them to death, to be honest with you. My brother asked, why don't you pull conventional like a top G, like a real top G? It's just because I always snap my back up, my man. That's just it. It never ends well. I'd rather pull conventional. I think it just looks more badass. It feels good. Like I feel better about pulling a conventional PR rather than sumo, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Why are your legs so juicy? Because I hit them twice a week. Hey bro, I was wondering what supplements you use. Apollo Nutrition, BCAAs, creatine, pre-workout, pump products, you name it, everything comes from Apollo Nutrition. Link is below. Easiest way to bulk, the easiest way to answer that is just to eat more. If you're eating 7 times a day, eat 8. And if that's not enough, eat 9. If you're eating like 600 calories a meal, bump it up to 700 to 800. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't fit any more meals in, make the meals bigger. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. I'm not saying like go ahead and, you know, go to the supermarket and grab a whole cake to yourself and devour that because you're just gonna get fat. You don't want to do that. So you have to be a little bit more, strategic with the foods you decide to consume. How tall are you? I'm 5'8", roughly. you know, on the right day, 6'2". What is your opinion on fake naturals? Yo, just come out. It's 2023. Everybody is pretty open and honest about their steroid use at this point. No one's really trying to hide it anymore. It's kind of like a trend at this point, sad enough, to just be on performance enhancing drugs, which is sad because like TikTok glorifies it for whatever reason. Yeah, if you're a fake natural at this point, it's just like, yo, I don't know what you're doing. Just come out. It's pretty obvious at this point too for most people. Will you ever do any meal prep videos? Probably not, because I don't meal prep, so I wouldn't make a video on it. My max deadlift was 635 pounds, and that was a sumo deadlift, and that was like, I don't know how long ago. Dog, what the fuck do I do when I can't sleep? APOLLON Nutrition actually has a sleep formula. If it focuses from dusk till dawn. I haven't actually personally tried this yet. I've opened it, and I intended on using it, and I just never have. Never needed it yet, but I've heard good things. Do I play video games? I wish. I just don't have any time right now. I loved playing Apex. I loved playing Warzone before the new Warzone. I never tried the new Warzone, but I love playing video games, to be honest. Like, I'll get hooked. Triceps or biceps? Triceps, just because they're bigger. What gym is that? It's APOLLON Nutrition, Edison, New Jersey. Yep, I'm there every day, pretty much. What is my split? Another really popular question. I get this all the time. I do Sunday, it's like chest and shoulders. Monday is squat, leg day. Tuesday is pull day. I just do back though, I don't do biceps. Wednesday is chest day again. Thursday I do arms, which is like a nice little break. It's, you know, it's not taxing on my body. It's nice, I get a great pump. And I get to blow up my arms. And then Friday I hit legs again. So 2 leg days, 2 chest days, 1 back, 1 arm, and then Saturday I take off. And am I natty? I am 100% natural, guys. And guys, I'll just leave it off on that. Thank you guys so much for sending in questions. Thank you guys so much for the love, like I said. Make sure to follow me on IG to keep up to date. That's where I post the most frequent. I post a lot of my funnier skit stuff on TikTok, and I'm gonna be posting more on YouTube now too. Posting shorts as well, so keep an eye on them if that's where you watch your short video clips like TikToks. So thanks again. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the video, and see you guys in the next one, guys.